to it. You do a good job of compartmentalizing and blocking out all the trade stuff the last couple of weeks. Probably there are a lot of Dolphin fans out there, and media members in this room too, who wonder on a daily basis who will be the Dolphins quarterback a week from now, you or Watson. Just from a human nature standpoint, does that thought ever come into your mind? Do you think about it daily? Do you think about it ever?
I really don't think about it. The only time I'm really hearing about it, like I've said before, is sorry, Ann, that I have to bring it up, but if Ann's kind of telling me about what's going on within the rumors, or if my agent, calls me, that's really when I hear it. Other than that, I don't really hear it. So.
And would Chris Cabot or Lee Steinberg call you every time they see a rumor to tell you, or do they just let you find it out on your own?
No, it needs to be. It can't be just like a rumor that's just I hear it once, and you're calling me because I'm not going to pick up the next 5 or 6 times. So it has to be very much relatable.
Would you want the team to come out and say something to extinguish that fire so you don't have to hear about it from anyone?
Well, for me, I don't have control over any of that. For me, I'm just focused on the guys in the building, with my teammates. We don't really have time as professionals, I would say, to be thinking of a lot of the outside noise, while we're preparing, day in and day out for opponents like we have right now, the Bills.
Four touchdowns in the game on Sunday. Obviously, one of the best performances of your career. I know you're probably upset about the 2 picks, but looking back on the film, what did you like about your performance, and how do you hope to build on that this week?
It's hard to look at what I like just because, we always looking to build off of, the mistakes that we've made offensively. And then for me, capitalizing in situational football with the, end of half, 2-minute. And then, obviously the interception, the second interception that I threw, after a momentum changer with the defense getting us the ball back. So, it's just something that you got to learn from, and you never know which play is going to be the play that wins you the game. And so, by eliminating those mistakes, I felt I could have put our team in a better position.
Did you feel like after the performance, you guys built a little bit of momentum offensively, just in terms of your efficiency and ability to push the ball down the field?
Yeah, I just think it's tough to play that kind of football. It's hard in this league already, to just play it. But to, come down from a 14 or a 13-point deficit, it's tough. And then, you continue to put the defense in a tough situation as well. So, we got to try to play complementary football is what I could say.
So between hearing all the outside noise that you mentioned, and then also the internal conversations with you secretary, do you feel wanted in this organization?
I don't not feel wanted. That's what I could say.
A minute ago, you mentioned you don't focus on the outside talk, and I can understand that. But at the same time, for example, the Panthers came out and said, we're not interested in Watson. If the Dolphins were to say that, would that not make you feel good?
Well, honestly, I don't base my emotions off of who says anything about me or who's saying what. All I can do is my job and do it to the best of my capability. So everything else, it's out of my control, but I have the utmost confidence, and trust that, I am the quarterback of this team. And, just off of conversations that I've had, with Flo and whatnot, it's obviously stays between us. But, yeah, I feel very confident that, I'm the person. So.
What are the voices like in the locker room? Because the guys are saying that the conversations are private, but how have their voices helped you or maybe lift you up, something like that, in this situation?
Yeah, like I said, we don't have time to really talk about a lot of the, outside noise. It's hard enough being in the football, being in the National Football League, trying to prepare for a team like the Bills, or trying to prepare for any, team that we're up against. So, it's that.
What was the Halloween event last night with the kids? What was that like for you?
Oh, that was good. I mean, anytime you can go out there and make a difference, in a kid's life or within a community. I mean, I feel like it's always a better feeling for you than it is for the person. That's probably, bad to say, but as good as you want to make them feel, you kind of get something out of that as well. So.
How did you decide on Woody?
I didn't. I really didn't. I just asked for what costumes they had, and then I was just like, well, yeah, I guess I'll just take Woody. So that's how I got Woody.
Flo said earlier this week that your 18 months here have been unusual. I think from the hip injury and Fitz last year and now this. Do you think it's been a fair start to your career?
Well, I don't know, I don't know if I'd ever use the word fair, because really nothing's fair, especially in the life that we live, For you guys, media, I mean, it's not fair that you guys only get however many, minutes with a player. I mean, for players, it's not fair that we only, we only get praise when we're doing good. I mean, nothing's fair in life. That's what I can say to that. So.
Is there a sigh of relief after the trade deadline? Because that will at least give closure to the rest of this season about who will be the quarterback.
Honestly, I'm I'm not even worried about that. I don't even know when the trade deadline is. So.
The last time you played the Bills, that was the game you got hurt, obviously.
Yeah.
I guess, is there any sort of emotional barrier to climb when you go back up against that team?
No. I mean, this is a great opportunity, I think, for us offensively to come out and, really start fast, but, kind of keep that consistency, throughout the game and really finish strong.
Just stick it to them and be like, I'm back.
Well, honestly, I just want to win. I just want to win. That's really all it is. No matter how we get it done, I just want to win.
You've improved a lot in the intermediate range. The numbers have shown that your completion percentage and everything is going up in the intermediate range. Why do you think that is, and particularly just how important is ball placement in that area of the field to kind of allow your pass catcher to get yards after the catch?
Yeah, I think our line does a great job, blocking up front, giving me time, to allow those passes. I think our receivers, our tight ends, they do a great job, with finding the creases, finding openings in the defense and making it, that much easier for me to throw the ball to them. But, it's really just the timing, the communication, just all of us being on the same page.
How do you feel like you're balancing that, desire to make something happen versus doing too much with the ball when you got to just kind of live to see another play?
Yeah, well, my entire career has always been, trying to play aggressive from high school and then also in college. But, yeah, I would say I've learned a lot, being in the NFL with kind of playing aggressive, whereas you're doing too much, and then, kind of playing aggressive, being smart with that. And unfortunately, me playing aggressive has, given me mistakes. I've made some mistakes doing that. But, those are all learning mistakes, and I can continue to grow from those.
I was going to say, would you rather learn like that by kind of figuring out what you can't do versus starting off timid and trying to expand your arsenal?
Well, I'd just rather learn in film and not make the mistakes on the field. But unfortunately, that's how it is. So.
On Gesicki, in what ways has he helped you?
Mike. I mean, Mike's catching the ball anywhere I throw it to him. I think Mike's a really good leader, out there for the guys as well. You can see every time Mike catches the ball, you got the little ball spin, got the trucker horn. I don't know what that is. Maybe you guys can ask Mike for me, but yeah, very enthusiastic. But yeah, I mean, Mike makes my job easier as well as all the other guys on the offense.
I think most quarterbacks would say that footwork is one of the most important elements of the position. And it seems like throughout the course of your career, that's really been one of your mainstays as far as your physical traits go. Just out of curiosity, how would you say your footwork set you up for success at this level?
Yeah, I think kind of quarterbacking 101, it's, your feet need to marry up with the route concept. So if you have a 10-yard route, it's a 3-step drop, timing, and it's with no hitch. And you kind of base it off of the routes that you have. You're taking a 5-step drop if it's a deeper route, and then you just kind of marry that into how you feel, so.
When you are in the middle of a play, that you kind of adapt that footwork to adjust to what you're seeing from the defense?
Yes, at times, yes. If there's pressure and you got to get the ball out quick, then obviously you can't take a 3-step or a 5-step drop. So, yeah.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.